We did it. Whoa. Okay, there's so many. I can see myself in two different places. I'm sorry if the latency is incredibly bad on, like, everything. So let's just... Hello. I am here to, first of all, thank you so much. I owe this all to you, really. You for watching. You're watching this. Isn't that cool? I'm sorry if the audio does not match up with my mouth. I tried to get the latency from camera to computer to as low as I could get, but I do not have a capture card, so I have to have another solution for everything. My mic is going directly into OBS, whereas my phone camera is going a different way. You don't care. Thank you so much for all the support I've been getting on everything. Thank you for, oh my god, the Internet and Music hit 300 views a couple days ago, and it's so incredible that I get to do this for fun, get to just do it with my life now. It's incredible. So, just wanted to start off by thanking you. The only reason we made it to 100 subscribers is because of cool people like you. If you want to like and subscribe, that'd be pretty cool. I don't know. Yes, this is the official stream. This is not a test. I worked out some kinks yesterday. We're figuring it out. We are. That's the hardest part. So, I'm going to wait for a few minutes. Just talk normally before getting into the fun stuff I have planned. So, new music that has come out. Alex G album. Let God Sort 'Em Out. That's about it. The new Milksy album, who is an artist who I don't know if you know about. It's always, this background's always so overexposed and I can't change it. But the new Milksy album's out. I wonder if he has YouTube, because I would love to be able to react to it. Stomach Book. Yeah, new Stomach Book album. That came out a while ago. But the new Milksy album's out. I wonder if he has YouTube, because I would love to be able... We're not going to watch me watch myself. I'm not doing that again. Will the chat overlay work? It's all about... Sick. We're back at it again with the chat overlay. Thank you for coming, if you're coming. If you're watching this in the past, if you're watching this now, as I'm saying it, or a few seconds from when I'm saying it. I just got a spam call. I hope that does not interrupt anything. I'm sorry. I'm doing this from my phone. It's all kind of awkward. What do I have planned? What am I doing currently? I'm working on a video, which is very, very hard, because it is a lyrical analysis video. And it might get to the point where I don't even put it out, so I don't know why I'm talking about it. But I've always wanted to do something like that, as I mentioned, I think, the Internet and Music. So it's nice to be able to, but also, like, it's a bit scary, because it's very subjective. It's not like my other stuff where I can, yeah, there's always going to be theories that are better than mine, more well-crafted, just generally, just better in every way. But, you know, it's still fun to throw my hat in the ring. I'll probably save what album I'm discussing for the end of the stream, which, by the way, the stream is not going to be 30 minutes long. If you're confused by the fact that the stream yesterday was, like, super short, I'm sorry. I did not mean for it to be. I need to move closer over here. Wrong way. Move that a little bit. That way you guys can see chat. Hey, if the sun could move, that'd be great. I'd love that, actually. That way it's not constantly beaming into my head. Looks like it's still just me watching. I'll check. Yeah. I'll throw myself a like. I think I've earned it. You know what? I hate this light so much. This is so boring. Okay, so we're going to start talking about some fun stuff. So, this morning, before the stream, I listened to some Alex G. I know like nothing about his music, like next to nothing. Just because like I never really had interest in his music, really. I don't know. I tried to listen to Trick, which is the album I'd heard the most about. I tried to listen to that one several times. I'm gonna drink some water because I'm dehydrated. Drink water, guys. Little PSA for you. But I just hadn't really had any interest. I don't know. I just didn't want to sit down and expose myself to new stuff rather than listen to any album I listened to before for the millionth time. I heard that the new Alex G album was coming out because at a concert I went to, they advertised that he was coming there, and I was like, oh, that's cool. He's making a new thing. Good for him. Good for Alexander. I think we're on a first name basis. Good for Alex, you know? And, I... before the yesterday, I started actually listening to his music. I listened to 2 albums. I listened to 1.5 albums. I didn't finish one of them because I had to go to sleep. Then his new album came out right before I went to sleep, so I like listened to 2 songs of that and fell asleep to it. So, I listened to Trick and some of the one where he's on a mountain. I forget what it's called. Let me find it. Where are you, Alex G? Yeah. So, I'm gonna give my Onyx Race. I was gonna say Run, but then I was like, no, I don't think it's called Race. I don't think it's called Run. I think it's called Race. But so, I listened to Run, Race. I listened to half of that, but the main album I listened to is Trick because that's the one that I'd heard the most about, and that was the one that I was most excited about. So, picture me. I begin listening to this album, and my main issue that I have with it is the fact that sonically, for me, for an album to work, it has to have 2 things. It has to have good lyricism and just good backing instrumentals. I know it's like the most basic take of all time. It's not really anything new. Just good instrumental, good lyrics. And an artist can choose to put one above the other. An artist can choose to value their lyrics more, which is what I think Alex G does. But also, it can get pretty tiring to have 1 or 2 repeating riffs or chord progressions that you use throughout an entire song, and 1 or 2 other instruments. And I know I've actually done this in the past, so before anyone tries to call me out for hypocrisy in my own music, I get that, and that's something that I look back on my music and I go, oh, I think that's a bit of a flaw. So, you know. But I just got kind of bored for some of the time. And I know that if I was doing like a really in-depth analysis of the album, I'd probably get some enjoyment out of it because it's clear that there's some sort of message behind his lyrics. It's clear that he's someone who values like lyricism. It's clear those things matter to him. And I think that, sorry, I'm adjusting my audio interface. If you're wondering what I'm doing over here, and I'm just adjusting audio levels for my headphones and for my microphone. Sorry if my mic keeps getting turned down and up. My bad. But I just didn't really get the hype as much as I think I could have. My favorite songs, I wrote them down in a document. Trick. Alright. I really liked, String. I really like String, mostly because that one, I think, incorporates a synthesizer in it. So that's something that I thought was pretty cool about that song. Mary, I'd heard that song before. I thought that one was cool because he incorporated 2 layers of guitar. He also incorporated like the distorted sort of contrast at the beginning, I think. Change I liked. I don't specifically remember anything for that. And 16 Mirrors, just enjoyed. I just thought that song was cool. So those are my top picks from Alex G's Trick. So I forget if I wrote anything down for Race. Yeah, no, I did not. Mostly because I only listened to like 5 or so songs from it, so I was like, I'm not going to form a fully formed opinion. Now, I only have one more song that I have not listened to from the new Alex G album, which is Logan Hill in parentheses Live. I listened to the album in order. I am halfway done with Is It Still You in There. I might have actually finished it. I forget. But I know I was on that song, and then I was like, oh crap, I need to set up the stream and stuff. So I did not finish. But so far, I have not heard Logan Hotel. But here are my top picks from this album. I like June Guitar and Real Thing, Afterlife. The first 3 songs, it's a solid 3-song run. Greatly enjoyed it. Bounce Boy I thought was good, and Louisiana is I think my top pick. I remember listening to that song going, oh man, that's really good. So my favorite song for the new Alex G album is Louisiana. Bazinga. But what do I think of this album overall? I really enjoyed it. I sat down not expecting that much. I expected something very similar to his old works, but he's actually able to try something else. I haven't listened to any of his his 2022 album. I haven't listened to any of that. I've only listened to his most critically acclaimed ones, from what I can tell. Also, he made this original motion picture soundtrack for I Saw the TV Glow. That's crazy. All the songs are by him. I have not seen it. I've heard it's good, but I was not in the mood to watch something about trans trauma. I was like, I'm good actually. Yeah, God Save the Animals. Have not listened to that one. So I don't know if he really switched up his style then, or if this is a more recent thing that came with Headlights, the name of the album. But I thought the way he was able to incorporate other instruments, I think I heard either a chord organ or an accordion. It could have been either one of those in some of the first songs of that album. Afterlife, I think, was one. I also think the first song, June Guitar, had that texturing in it. I think that Alex G is he's a very good guitarist, quite clearly. He's very good at playing guitar, and I think that's one of the best things about him is that he is able to create sort of beautiful little riffs, but the issue that I found in his last albums is that there wasn't as much to back it up. Sonically. Lyrically, there's a lot. I can very clearly tell, even though I haven't done a personal dissection, I haven't looked at the Genius pages, I haven't really read into the lyrics. He's a good lyricist, and he's clearly good at finding meaning behind his songs. I can tell there was some lyrically dense content in there, but I think, and I thought this the night when the album came out, I was like, I think that his work could generally benefit from being more sonically dense. And I think this album does that very well. I have not looked into the lyrics. I have not checked if they're as good. I don't know if I'm going to see I don't know if I'm going to look at them in the next few days and then end up just absolutely hating the lyrics. But my current opinion is that I would give this album I don't want to give it something super duper high since I haven't finished it, but I don't think that the last song is going to be bad enough to warrant me to absolutely hate the entire album. I think that it's going to get, for me right now, 7.5 to an 8. I think it's a quite good album. Out of 10, not out of 100 or something. It's great. It's great. Yeah. Those are my thoughts on the new Alex G album. I don't know if anyone cares. Yeah, I'll post. Am I in any bands? Oh, I am. Yeah. Well, I think that... Oh, sorry. My bad, crew. The way my overlay works is that the way my sorry, I got completely spaced out for a second. The way that my overlay works. Oh, there's little emotes here. Yay, I can give myself some love. The way my overlay works is that I have to have one window that is just YouTube. So, new window. Well, I'm not doing a lot here. Sorry, you just heard me kind of yap. If anyone tunes in, they'll probably do it later. I know it's early in the morning. It's early in the morning for me. It's it's exactly 10 my time. So if you're not up, if you're a late sleeper, I will probably still be here at noon to 3. This is gonna be a long stream, which is why I'm trying not to get out all my energy too early. I did not drink coffee this morning, and my light just died. It's fine. Did not drink coffee this morning because I was like, I'm gonna be completely and totally like, okay, I'm gonna need to fix my light now. This lighting is god awful. Okay, I'm gonna turn off my audio for a second, and I'm gonna go run over there. So if like 500 people join the stream, by the time I'm back, I will shave my head. I will go. Hi there. Didn't want to have to turn on my overhead lights. Oh my god, my hair is a mess. Alright, it's probably fine. It's probably fine. I'm back. I tried to delete a scene that had nothing on it, so I went to that scene. Turns out I'm stupid. It's fine. I forgot to start recording. Damn it. It's fine. Who needs VODs of this? Who needs VODs? Who cares? I'm gonna check if my phone is charging. Character development. So, let's talk about more interesting things. What have I been up to recently? Good question. Forgive me, Lord. I've been working on a comedy album. It's been really fun. I've been working quite hard on it. I think it's good. It's gonna be good. It's been fun learning about I always get compared to Bo Burnham, so for this album, I wanted to do something that wasn't as Burnham-esque, you know? I want to not be known as like, oh, that kid online who's kind of like young Bo Burnham. Even though he's an incredible artist, and I love his work, but like, the issue is when it becomes, okay, I don't want to feel like a carbon copy of something that already exists. I want to be my own thing. I gotta go my own way. What about trust? Sorry. Random High School Musical 3 outbursts. 2. High School Musical 2, because she's walking away from the pool. Why do I know so much about these movies? I know why. When I was growing up, I have a bunch of sisters, and they all, we all watched stuff together, and so, like, I found a bunch of, like, I always watch My Little Pony with my older sister. Why am I talking about this? Good question. I think that, so, currently, in the world, what's going on? A lot. And that's very scary to me. What am I talking about? Someone comes to the stream, I'll be very happy about that. Because right now I'm just kind of waiting for someone to show up. Man, I don't get people who can do like 24 hours. Like, I'm thinking about how I'm probably going to have to do 5, and that makes me incredibly anxious and makes me feel like I'm not doing anything good with my life, which, to be fair, I'm not. I sit in my room and type up Google Docs about random albums I like, you know. For me, there are 2 things. There are 2 types of things I can do. One of which, I'm going to move. Let's hide that for now. One of which, I can get completely obsessed with something, make it my entire personality, and write literal essays about how good it is. Or I will hate something so bad that I write literal essays about how bad it is. So, it's healthy. Dude, it's been crazy seeing, like, people actually care about what I make. What's the YouTube channel at? I'm always here to, like, show my email address on... Okay, what's the... 111 subscribers. Make a wish, guys. I wish someone would come to this stream. But yeah, it's at 412 views. That's ridiculous. The short I posted a few days ago, 993. That's insane. That's literally insane. Yeah. Man. Thank you, guys. Yo, Alpine's live? Oh, it's a Roblox stream. I don't care about that. I don't know. If people wanted me to, I'd play Roblox all the time, but, that's maybe just because I'm a corporate sellout. Corporate sellout? Wow. Says the one with 0 sponsors. No sponsors, no AdSense, no monetization, and I want none of those things because they are pipe dreams of mine. I'm just glad, honestly, that people, like, care. I've been getting so many, like, really awesome comments on, like, my streams. I've been getting awesome comments everywhere. It's just it's amazing, frankly, that there are people out there who I don't know. There's one person from freaking Australia that cares enough to comment, like, oh, I liked this video. Isn't that insane? Isn't that just crazy? Oh my god. I love light. Yeah, I think it's just crazy that I'm able to do what I do for fun. I don't know. So, what are we doing this stream? A lot of stuff. I've already given my polite review of the Alex G album. What do I think of that other album that released? What's it called? Freaking... Oh, I've got some opinions on another album. What the heck? What the freaking heck is it called? I'm gonna find it and I'm gonna show it on screen. Here it is. Sorry, almost just played a song that I'm not allowed to play. Shout out copyright. Let's look at this freaking album. This is Goodnight Hypnopomp by Stomach Book, who is a musician that I mentioned this song in one of my videos. I think it's a good song. I enjoy it, So, as you can see by the lack of saves on this album did in fact let me down a little bit. And this is coming from a recently indoctrinated Stomach Book fan. I am a fan of Stomach Book, I would say. But my issue with this album is the overuse of what feels like tricks. It's like I feel like Stomach Book is really good at creating overstimulating sound environments. That's just true. There are so many breakdowns in quite a few Stomach Book songs before this album that had those moments in them, those like kind of explosions of sound. And I think that they can work to create effect. Even the single for this album, the main single, Fuga Una Girl, the first one at least, I think, I don't know, because Paper Dolls is also a single, and I like that one. But my issue with this album comes from the fact that it feels like it overused a good thing, too much of a good thing. It felt, I don't know. Can you see my chat? Okay. Why am I here? It just felt like every song was that kind of explosion. And at that point, I think what makes those moments so powerful when they happen in songs is being able to pull back and say, hey, I'm going to hold on to this for a song, half a song, and then throw it at you. And that's what makes it cool. What makes these kind of explosion moments what they are is the fact that they kind of like, there's a huge build-up. That way it feels earned. It feels satisfactory when they end up happening. When the kind of eventual build-up forms into something. I think it's cool. But do I also think that there are some bangers on this album? I liked the singles, but not for me. I remember liking that one. I just don't think I saved it. My diorama was pretty good. That's the one I saved. Yeah, but it felt like with songs like Bambi, it was like just kind of constantly being thrown at you, and it felt cheap, you know? It's like when you see too much of a jump scare in a horror video game or any horror franchise, you're still gonna get scared by it. You're still gonna have that at first, because that's like, but it just feels when it keeps coming at you, it feels cheap. It doesn't feel as earned as it usually does in songs like Fuga Una Girl, and any other song like Paper Dolls. I think it has one of those moments. Animals, I think, does. And you can have distorted or like kind of explosive elements. I love distorted drums. I think like every other song in Magic Tricks, my most recent like instrumental album, has a bunch of distorted drums in it, because I think that they're powerful. I think they're slappy. I think they kind of create this like background of destruction noise. But also there is an importance to not making that the entire track. Like, there's some points where walls of sound can be really good and can be used well. If you don't know what a wall of sound is, it's when you mix everything to be the same level. So it kind of feels like, think Cherry Bomb by Tyler, the Creator. That song is called Cherry Bomb because it feels like an explosion for most of that song. And I keep using that word, but I think it's the only way to really describe what it is. So, when you have songs that have that wall of sound, it can sound good. It can sound powerful, at least. But then it gets to a point where it's like, do you know what mixing and mastering is? Do you know how to mix, or are you just are you using this as like a cool little technique, or are you using this because you don't know how to mix songs well? Yeah, I don't know. It's just my opinion. I don't think the album was complete trash. It was just kind of a letdown in the grand scheme of things. It took elements about Stomach Book that I liked and then made them too much. And this came out a while ago. I was on a plane when I listened to it. I downloaded it beforehand. I was like, okay, I'm going on a family vacation. I was thinking I was going to write a video about it, but I still might, but I don't think I have that much to say. It'd be like an early Squiggles style, like 5-minute video. I have a little bit more to say about the new Alex G album. I bet I could make something out of that. We'll see, won't we? Buzzing. Yeah. So, I'm gonna check how that BandLab thing is going. Yo! We've got a chatter! Should I make this random person a moderator? It's always the question of the hour. Should I make... I mean, they look pretty cool. Alright, she here, they know. Okay. 669 subscribers. Number 2, 2 times stamp. Rainbow month is never over for me. Hi, and check my straw page. I'm gonna check this, and if it's, alright, give me this. I wish I had a stream deck. Alright, show me this straw page. Yo, Femtinol! Femtinol listener? Alright, okay, Femtinol. Huge Femtinol fan, by the way. Dandy's World, okay, Regretivator, alright. I don't know what First Awaken is. CEO of the ship is a Jesus, 3 times more true for I'm also 10. Ooh, don't put your age on your website. Hey, here's a little thing for you. Maybe don't. Maybe that's not smart. Normal human, alright. Okay. Alright. Okay. Well, I think this person's earned my respect. I like wooden floors, bunch of robots doomed. Yeah. Well, this is just what I like to call. Okay, Fentanyl, yeah. Alright, this is a cool person. I think, chat, we officially found a cool person. That's dope. We had one person watching. So, we won! We won the game of life. Let's get it. Should we make this random person a mod? I will do it. I'm not afraid. Alright. I wish I had a stream deck that way I could just like click a button and change what scene I'm on, but unfortunately no, I have to always go back to OBS. I'm sorry. Man, maybe I'll be better about... Okay, we're gonna re-expose the chat. Okay. We got officially 2 messages on there, and one of them is from me. So should we talk about Femtinol? Maybe, because that song with Isbrokey, I enjoyed. That song also has issues with, like, that song's good, and honestly, I think it might be my top song of 2025. Not in terms of, like, how good I think it is, really. I think it's a good song, but just because of how much I've listened to it. I listened to that song, like, 5,000 times. It was crazy. Yeah, I don't know. I listened to some of Brokey's music, and I enjoyed the instrumentals. I will say that. I think that they have a good element of being overstimulating, which is very important, because there's a lot of music like that can... There's a lot of music like that can also just fall into just a bunch of loud noises, which is not always good. So, you know, gotta be smart. If someone raids my stream, I will pee my pants with excitement. Oh! Yeah, I like the does Femtinol release anything new? Yeah, no, most recent release, Nasty Work. I will show this though, because I think it's good. Hey, I was like, listen to this song. Fire. It's fire. Bully. There's a bunch of blood on screen right now, so I'm going to go ahead and change. There we go. And we're back at it. What do I do with my time? Okay. What should we do? Should I be a pro gamer? My thing with video games is that I will get addicted to them so quickly. If I find a game I enjoy, it can be the most, like, obscure game. Ooh. Yo, Persona's on sale. Okay, I might have to check that out later. Yeah. It could be the most obscure game ever, and I will... Have you ever played Bird Gut? If any of you guys have played Bird Gut, it's excellent. It's a platformer game, but it's also got, like, humor. It's funny. Something I always value. Yeah. It's hard. Very hard. I've I've done like speed runs of games I enjoy before. I even tried to do a run of a game where if I... Aspen, why is your phone falling over? Maybe because I'm getting a call. Now you can see me even less well. Alright. I'll accept that. I'll take the L. You know what? Wonder if anyone's tuned in. I need to be more attentive to the chat. Because, didn't get to freaking Mars's comment fast enough. Oh, I wasn't fast enough for you. Ah! Wah, I don't care. Totally forgot I had a Google Voice account. Littlest sweatshop, you and me, yeah. Okay, what am I doing? Ah! All right. I had a bunch of achievements in a game called Sheepy: A Short Adventure. Dude, that game soundtrack. Bang! It's so good. Oh, that soundtrack. I got like 86% of achievements, but some of them are just like, there are a bunch of crystals in the game. You have to find all of them. My hardest achievement that I've gotten is it's called Hello Speedrunner, which means you beat the game in 30 minutes or less. I was very proud of myself. I beat the game in 45 minutes, and I was like, I bet I can get under 30. And I did when I got that notification. Most satisfying thing ever. If you haven't listened to the soundtrack for that, it's really good. It's like, I highly value a good quality, like, soundtrack in games. I think it's highly underrated how good music can, like how beneficial music is to creating, like, any sort of atmosphere. In movies, man, like scenes will feel awkward or in some cases creepy, and it can be used to a good effect, but scenes will feel like awkward or creepy without music, and I don't think people really understand how like powerful that can be. Yeah. I recently I got really into I started doing voice acting just like for fun in my bedroom. So not really voice acting. So I'm not acting for anyone. But I wrote a script a while ago, and I was like, that's cool. Maybe I can try acting that out. I wish I knew how to animate. I wish I, like, knew and everyone's like, if you spend the time, you can learn how to draw. I don't want to, though. And I'm not one of those, like, shitty people who's gonna, like, turn around and, like, use AI art because of it. If you use AI art, you're a dweeb. Objectively. You suck. Man, imagine you can't make art, so you have to get a computer to do it for you. Dude, you nerd. Man, it always annoys me that, like, people actually somewhat respect AI. Why? You don't... I get it. It's, like, helpful, kind of. And, like, the whole thing of, like, it can detect cancer. Yeah, but why do you need to make art with it? Why do you need to steal the work of artists? Oh, explain that part. Explain that. Explain how AI is actually ethical. You can't, because it's not. Man, dude, I wanted to be like a producer or audio engineer when I grow up. Just because, I mean, it's obviously kind of like a... But, like, AI is going to significantly make it harder to do that. So significantly. Like, it's not even funny. It kind of is. Just because I tend to laugh at things and they make me uncomfortable. But, like, how are you going to genuinely say that AI is ethical? It's stupid. It's moronic. You're an idiot. Sorry I got in a rant about AI. I was going to make a whole video about AI music, but then my anxiety came back, so I decided probably not. It's probably not the best for me. I want people to send me their music. Ah! If you make music, send it to me, you freaks. Okay, I'm gonna do something really quick, and this might shut down the stream. But will it be worth it? Yes. I know it's gone. Let me fix the video. Don't leave if you're watching this. I will die a little bit. Okay, I'm keeping my eyes on the screen. I know the screen's dark. Okay. We're on air, baby. We're back. It worked! Man, people watching like the VODs from this are gonna be so angry. And why do I have a bunch of like pennies on my desk? No reason. Guess it's because I'm so rich. Probably that. I want people to send me their music. Oh no, I forgot I have the freaking chat overlay, so I have to work on actual real things. No, okay. Yo, new message? Give that work. Oh, let's go. Okay. Official collab is being planned. Should we? I want to join like a community and then get people to send me their freaking music. Because I want people to send me their music and I want to talk about it. Because there are so many cool people who make so much cool music. And I just like... I love me some indie artists, but I don't want to like take their content. That isn't fair. It isn't fair to them, to me. What time is it now? All right. I've been streaming for like an hour? Jesus. I've been streaming for like an hour? I got 42 minutes. All right, we're good. Sure hope no one is joining right now and seeing me do this and being so incredibly bored. What's up, guys? Still one person watching. I'm not doing anything interesting. Okay, so should I do something interesting? Yes. Let's get talking. So I think I don't really have any music hot takes. I mean, like my one kind of hot take is that I don't like Taylor Swift, but that's a hot take for people who don't have a good hot take. Like, yeah, you and millions of other people. When someone gets that big, they are going to have a significant amount of haters. And even if it's reasonable, there are going to be a lot. And I think people who make hating one artist their entire personality, you're not creative, you're not cool. I don't know. That's what's the hardest about making videos that involve pop music, like the internet one or the queer music one. Because, like, Taylor Swift is involved in so much stuff. Like, I'm not even a Swiftie. Like, it's I'm going to turn off chat for a minute. It is almost impossible to talk about anything related to pop music without mentioning Taylor Swift. She's huge. She is a huge artist. Isn't she like number one? No, it's Bruno Mars. It was Bruno Mars. I don't know. I haven't checked in a while. But like, millions of album sales. Billionaire. That's imagine making $1 billion because you made some songs. That's ridiculous. That's insane. That's criminally insane. You cannot downplay the achievements of Taylor Swift. Even if I don't like her, even if I don't personally like her music, even if I don't like her message, I cannot like her as much as I want to. She still has $1 billion. $1 billion. And yeah. There's no such thing as an ethical billionaire. And I believe that. I'm not saying that mockingly but like, still, it's kind of insane. It's a little bit crazy. And a little bit, like, and then I was like, oh, she donates to charity. Like, yeah, charity is not she has enough money. What was that thing? She has enough money to do, like, pay for 20 times her. I'm going to look this up and find a source first. Or whatever. I may find it. Yeah. Yeah, she's like the biggest celebrity in CO2 pollution, which is insane. It's not good. I don't think it's right. I don't think it's... Yo! Holy shit! Okay, we have Honey Skulls in the comments, and I think we should make them a moderator because they were literally with me from the beginning. Thank you. Shout out. Add as moderator. Managing moderator. I believe in you. You're now the managing moderator. You should be proud of yourself. As soon as I turn off being able to see chat, who's the number one artist now? I think it was Bruno Mars. Don't trust me on that, because I think he was number one for a minute. I don't know if he is now, but so, talked about the Alex G thing. We've talked about Stomach Book. What else are we talking about? What else did I have written down? Okay, so go check. Okay. I trust Honey Skulls. I trust them with my life. Okay, so, other recent albums. There was that new Clips album. Yippee! I was really happy about it, because it came out and I was scared, because they're kind of, I don't know if you classify them as old school rap, because they were like 2000s, but like, close enough, you know? Yeah, like God Sort 'Em Out. I listened to this album and I was scared, if I'm honest. Because I'd heard the singles, but I was like, please let this album live up to the single. Please, sir, we want this album to live up to the single hype. Because they had features from, like, Tyler, the Creator, Kendrick Lamar. It was insane. And so, imagine my joy when the album comes out and I listen to it and it immediately hits me with the absolute sonic perfection of, I think it's called Birds Don't Sing. The Birds Don't Sing. So close. With John Legend, they got Voices of Fire. Yeah, that's ridiculous. Like, the features on this album are insane. There's some people I didn't know. Stove God Cooks, The Dream. But dude, just... And of course, how many? 13 Pharrell beats. Like, it's hard not to be happy about Pharrell Williams. He's a good producer. Simple as that. I watched Piece by Piece, and honestly, it wasn't as good as I expected. But, like, I love Pharrell, and any new music from him is, like... I'll be happy with new content from Mr. Williams. Feels weird. Nope, no more saying Mr. Williams. For me, I'm done. I'm retiring. What should I do? Man, it says I've been live for 50 minutes. We're almost to our first hour. And then once I'm at my first hour, I think I'm gonna do a tour of all the vinyl records I have. Because I have a lot. My local record store. By the way, support your local record stores. I'm talking to you. Support your local record stores. They're cool. I am a record collector, CD collector. I have some cool CDs in my possession, some of which I had to make myself because Death Grips freaking releases their music, and so bootlegs are just a thing. Yeah, so I like CDs, and the records are so pretty and so cool, and I want to have all of them in the world, but they're also very expensive to have as a hobby, so, you know. So when at my local record store, they have like $1 vinyl records, and I enjoy sampling stuff, not to release. I've had some release sampling stuff, but that's all like public domain. I have not like paid for samples in music because that's expensive and also a legal thing, which I don't want to get into. But for fun, I've made some beats. There was a Barbie exercise record I got for $5. Funniest thing ever. So the record starts out and it's completely normal. It has like an intro song, and then it just, yeah, it has a little intro song about like, oh yeah, you're gonna be working out, and then it has a whole song where you're supposed to jumping jack along to the song. So I got exhausted pretty quickly, but I'm trying to be centered, but you know, it's not gonna happen. So Barbie starts telling you to do jumping jacks. You're doing it, and then all of a sudden, Ken drops the absolute banger line of just make sure to watch your weight. Oh. Please. Man, why do I always freaking... Okay, I need my chat to be caught up because I was seeing the same screen for like 5 years. What's the blind record? Yeah, nice. Nice. Thank you for saying you love listening to people yap. But all of a sudden, you're doing your jumping jacks. Yeah, you're doing your jumping jacks. And then Ken hits you with the banger line, just make sure to watch your weight. I look at my record player like, what? Oh, I'm sorry, Ken. Oh, I'm sorry. Ken, would you like to repeat? He says, quote, just make sure to watch your weight. And that's a line that, it's not like, okay, I'm not sure if I think it's worse that Ken's saying it because, you know, patriarchy, or if it'd be worse that Barbie, the one you're supposed to be looking up to, says it. Man, dude, just make sure to... That line hit me. I felt like he was talking to me. I was like, Ken, no, you can't. You can't say that anymore. And of course, it's from the 70s, I think. It's very 70s coded. I'll bring it over. Wait. Oh, no. Draw my water bottle. I'll be right back with my Barbie exercise record. This is the back. It's very pretty. So you see, it's very 70s coded. It's called Looking Good, Feeling Right. Yeah, it says staying in shape can be fun when you exercise with Barbie. There's, I think, their version of Ken. It says free poster included. I didn't get it because I bought it used. Barbie has designed a special exercise and fitness program just for you. Set the rhythms of today's best pop songs: country, rock, disco, and reggae. They had a reggae song? Man, okay. I don't think I'm legally allowed to play this on stream, but I have to find the Barbie reggae song. Yeah. With the easy to follow chart, you'll find that staying in shape can be fun when you exercise with Barbie. Yes, the songs include Looking Good, Feeling Great, Jumping Jack, Waist Bends, Young, Strong, and Beautiful. Excuse me? Did we need the young line? With these exercises, you'll be 18 forever. Perfect. I exercised once and I turned into a 6-year-old. Yeah, push up and then Looking Good, Feeling Great, reprise. My hair is god awful, but produced by John Braden. John Braden. I'm sorry, buddy. Your name's Braden. You don't get to tell me how to look. Alright, let's do some research on this John fellow. John Braden. John Braden. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, your name's John. You think you're better than me? He's gonna be dead. Calling it now. Okay. Time for the grand reveal. Is John Braden dead? They produced children. Oh no! I'm sorry, John Braden. You look kind of like what I imagined Lex Luthor to look like. Is he dead is the question. Yep, he died in 1987. R.I.P. John Braden, I guess. He's gone. Rip John Braden. Ribbons of Friendship. Alright, this is gonna be fire. Bing. Don't criticize me for using Bing, by the way. I was using Opera, but I'm having issues because for some reason Microsoft won't let me use it anymore. Because it says that the family thing is gonna stop me. So, I'm going to... I'm gonna watch this at like times speed. This is a vibe, okay. Alright. I'm sorry for dissing you, John Braden. His left is... No shot! Oh, that's Thomas Braden. Alright, let's read this man's Wikipedia page. This is so boring, but, okay. What does eponymous mean? Does it mean, like, self-titled or something? No, I don't want to use AI to look it up. I can copy and paste myself. Oh. Yeah, okay, so it's exactly what I thought. Okay. Ry Cooder. He's an American musician, songwriter, film composer, record producer, and writer. He's a multi-instrumentalist for his slide guitar work, his interest into traditional music. Play guitar on a few tracks. Sneaky Pete of the Flying Burrito Brothers? Dude. We've discovered an American legend. Sneaky Pete of the Flying Burrito Brothers. Chat. Okay, now I have to research Sneaky Pete. Okay, no way that's his real name? Okay, Peter E. Okay, I thought his parents, like, actually, he's a beautiful baby, Sneaky. Of course he looks like that. Yeah, it's him in 1970. So the Flying Burrito Brothers, what the hell is that? I'm learning so much about this man. So, you asked who John Braden, I think is his name? John Braden is the dude who produced the Barbie record. It said on the back, it says, I don't know if you can... I'll get it as close as I can get it, but... Produced by John Braden. So that's him. And apparently, the guy from the Flying Burrito Brothers played, yeah, Chris Evans. Oh, they're both from the Flying Burrito Brothers? Wait, Richard, he played music with the keyboardist for Janis Joplin? This is the most boring thing ever. I'm sorry. But the Cracker Club Country Fair Gala at La Mama? Who is this man? I'm learning so much. All right, when does it get into Barbie? Yeah, he did. I wonder if you can find Barbie looking good, feeling great. Who's the lyricist responsible is my question. It's got 2.4 thousand views. Looking Barbie. Oh, that's what. Okay. Here are the credits. Let's find him. Let's find out who this freak is. Last sold May 24th, 2025. That's not when I bought it, is it? Yeah. I would have to be high to buy this album for $15. No shot. I bought it for $5, so just over the median. Okay. Yeah, John Braden. John Braden sacked. Hey, let's cancel this dead man, John Braden. That's what I'm going to get into today. We have to cancel John Braden. He Flying Spaghetti Monster. Alright, where the frick is Flying Spaghetti Monster? Wikipedia. There it is. Touched by his noodly appendage. What is this? Dude. Skulls, why did you send me here? No, I don't... What? What is this? Okay, the Flying Spaghetti Monster FSM is the duty of the Church of the Flying Spaghetti Monster, or Pastafarianism. No shot they called this thing Pastafarianism. That should be illegal. That's their... Okay, this has gotta be a joke. Ooh, abodespaghettimonster.org? Touched by his noodly appendage. Rejoice, for you have found the way. Now share unto others. Dude, this is sick. Beer Volcano Stripper Factory. We welcome all on this list. Drunks, homosexuals. Yo! Oh. Oh! I was very confused. So the Church of Flying Spaghetti Monster. Yeah, so this guy, he says that hell awaits you if you are a homosexual. But if you're a flying spaghetti monster, noodle messy, dude. Serving in government representing Pastafarianism and the as yet unenlightened equally. Prayers at government meetings. Do they wear like little pasta things on their heads? Dude, thank you for sending me to this page. This is all I've needed. Follow the fine religion. Dude. In the arm, protecting while you sleep? Okay, this is sick. Get married by a Pastafarian as a minister. Okay, I know child marriage is technically illegal, and I'm technically a child. Whatever, who cares? I'm gonna get married. If I'm older, I don't even want to get married that bad. If I do, I am getting married by a Pastafarian as a minister. That's in parades, at protests, on the march. Local churches in your area coming soon. Let's go. May you be touched by his noodly appendage. What? I can pay $60 for a paper certificate of ordination, a black silver resin wallet card, 2 silver card decals, free shipping anywhere in the world. $60 for that, though? They should have charged more. Dude. I might propaganda. Propaganda is a time-honored, socially acceptable message of sharing your religion with the world, and we Pastafarianisms are happy to be a part of this tradition. Let's go. He boiled for your sins. Dude, that's so sick. The rapture. Do you believe? Obey your noodly master. Dude, this is sick. Join our church or burn in hell. At least they're being real about it. Dude, this is so funny. Intelligent design with balls, 2 holy meatballs, and omnipotent noodly appendages. Dude, this is sick. Sightings? They're okay. Now I'm gonna get into this. Pastafarianism wine. Okay, I don't care. I think we have proof. A Mars sighting. 72. It's at the very bottom. FSM on South Park. Okay, we have to watch this now. This is so old. This is the lowest quality video I've ever watched.
Kannst du gerade rechts rein?
Dude, it's the flying spaghetti monster. It's real. They have a Bible? Oh, man. Oh, man. They have a Bible. Okay, we have to find it. Hate mail. Oh, okay, that's a slur. All right, let's find... Okay, ordinations. Where's the Bible? $60. That's rough, buddy. It's worth it for the flying spaghetti monster. Okay, Bible. I would pay so much money for a Bible. Bible, here it is. Paperback for only $16? Can I get a ramen? Alright, that's funny. Okay. Well, we've done our research into the FSM or flying spaghetti monster. I'm glad I learned about it. That's incredible, though. Hey, we've been streaming for over an hour. Yippee! Okay, so it's officially time. Oh, dude, I never showed it on screen. What? Oh, man. They have legal recognition? Pastafarianism is a real thing. I'm officially a Pastafarianist. I'm one of them. It's me. Oh, man. Dude, I'm going to have to make a whole video about these things because it's awesome. Okay. I think we have to go through the record collection now, legally. I will get. Okay. Yeah. For those of you who couldn't see before, this is me. Newsletter! Okay, I'm not going to put in my email here. Every Friday is a religious holiday, no dues, beer volcano in the afterlife, pirate regalia at formal functions. This is the sickest religion ever. Featured post. The holiday. Oh, is that AI art? Oh, I don't know about this. They made me doubt his noodly appendage. Yeah, maybe I'll buy the Bible for $16. Maybe I'll do it. Hey, sue me, liberals. Checkmate. All right. I think we should go through the record collection. I did not bring it over here, which I regret. I am not going to be showing any of the records that I use for sampling because there are like 50 to 60 of those. Because I always get they always have great deals in my local record store where I can get 10 for $5. So I always go and get 10 of them, and I've gone there a billion times. So, yeah. I'm gonna go. Number one, I'm gonna make sure my chat's updated because if it isn't, I'm going to kill someone. Oh, I can have a live. Oh, okay. I can have my chat with me at all times. Let's go. Okay. We'll keep this. I'll do more with that later, but you know. Well, we've learned about all that, so that's cool. I'm going to Australia because of course I do. Man, Australians are so funny. No offense to that one Australian fan of mine. They're cool. Shout out to you. Okay, I'm gonna turn off. Okay, I'm gonna go get my records and I will be back. No spoilers. If you just got any, sorry. I have to put these somewhere. Okay, sick. If those fall over, I'm gonna be sad. So I'll make them somewhere else. We're back. Guess what? We on. So, we're gonna go through the record collection. Excuse me. Excuse me. I am going to pull out my records one at a time. I don't remember what order I have them in. It might be from most recent to not because the one at the top is the most recent one because I got it a few days ago. But I don't have many, so it's gonna be pretty short. I'm just gonna talk about the records. This first one is the Scholars. Car seat headrest. Great record. Subtle foreshadowing. It also came with a little. Oh no. Came with a little art booklet. Very cool. I've looked through it. Has some stuff about the story. The back cover is so beautiful. Yeah, all the art in this thing is gorgeous, and I'm so glad it gets to be something I'm able to look at because just the art in this record's awesome. It just is. I'm gonna try and put this all in a smart place, that way I later don't regret it. Next record Party Favors, Sir Chloe. It's great. It's a good record, front to back. One of my first videos was going to be a theory about this record, that it goes in a storyline, and then I figured out, turns out it is just about Dana's life, a lot of the traumatic events mentioned. So I was like, I don't know, maybe I don't want to make a video about some traumatic events in a stranger's life. Doesn't sound right. To me, I don't know. I think it's a cool record regardless. Love it. Check up on my chat. It's cool. It's a good record. If you haven't listened to it, you should. It's awesome. This next record is also Sir Chloe. Huge fan. Got both of their records. They're both so good. I Am the Dog really takes what they lacked with the first record, maybe, and just sonically speaking, and really fills it out. It's a very rich feeling album. Lots of really good, like, just juicy riffs. Almost like poppy songwriting sometimes, or like old. It's very good to scream along to. Phenomenal. It's one of the first records I got. Yeah, just no skip album for me. Phenomenal. I know this record's kind of basic, but I love it regardless, and it's cool. So you can shut up. Igor, Tyler the Creator, so good. Just so good. Another no skip. Plus, this one's got the extra track. It's got Boyfriend. Boyfriend is, man, I wish I could listen to it on Spotify without pirating it. This entire record is so good. I've shown it off to so many people just because it's one of my favorites of all time. It's excellent. I'm currently looking at my chat. I'm going to disable the chat overlay because I don't think you can fully see me. So, Bazinga. There we go. But here we have it. Igor. It's great. Also one of the first records I got. I got 3 records at once. This next record is the last one of those. I got this one, I got I Am the Dog, and then I got the one down there. So, and then after that, will be my last record. My favorite song, actually my favorite song on these albums, my favorite song on this album is Boyfriend, probably, just because it's so, like, you can't really get it anywhere else. It's very, like, special to this album. Sorry, I'm gonna be able to look at my chat. It's gonna be cool. It's just good. It's just good. You should listen to it. It also the whole story theory, which I believe is true, is just so excellent and beautiful, and it's just well written, well produced. The stories behind some of the songs are excellent, like The Boy's a Gun. New Magic Wand is also a standout track. Of course, I saw that one in concert recently, it was like a few months ago, and I cried my eyes out because I love that song and it's great. Yeah, just overall enjoyable. Next record is one that has also made me cry. Boom. It's one of my first 3 records that I got. Cave Town's Worm Food. Worm Food is excellent. I believe that it packs some of the emotional depth of like Cave Town stuff, with also it's when Cave Town was in the transition to making my personal favorite Cave Town project, Little Vice, with the experimental kind of like synthesizers and vocal effects that I think makes Cave Town good. I do think that like the songwriting is excellent, but really what pushes this album through to me is just the pure like musical innovation that has. That's always thing I've admired Cave Town for. I listened to Little Vice like 1,000 times. I listened to it so much. I didn't like it at first, but then I listened to it again, and also just Worm Food is, it's good for me for a lot of reasons. There's also a lot of like really good memories attached with this album. Just like I listened to it once, just like going on a walk. It's excellent. It'll make you cry your heart out. It's also just beautiful sonically. It's good. Just give it a try. I think Cave Town is overhated. Oh my god. completely forgot I had this record. This is actually technically the first record I ever got, which I got it before I even had my own record player. And I ordered it way before I went to the concert for this artist. But the record came like right after the concert, so it was like perfect timing because I got right back into him. Growing up on the internet, no offense, great pop punk record. It's one of my first experiences with punk, and also the cool thing about this record is, number one, the art on the sleeve. I forget where the art on the sleeve's excellent. Also, lyrics, gotta love them. Art on here is excellent, and then you have the neon green of the record, just a cool choice overall. Yeah, all of the art and imagery associated with this album is just good. Favorite song, probably Alexithymia. This next record is probably my favorite record that I have currently. It's just cool in every sense of the word. It's just a cool record. And I also got it with like foil. I don't know if that's a specific thing to just the copy of it I got. But it's, yeah. Because the internet, Childish Gambino, classic. I had wanted this for a really long time, and then got as you can see, it's shiny. I got the foil version of it. It's so good. The play that goes along with it is excellent. The artwork on the back is excellent. It came with a little poster, which is currently on my wall over there. Just excellent. Everything about this record is just so special. It's very, it's very good. Very good. I would highly recommend that you listen to it if you haven't already. Favorite song on this? Man, that's hard. I am a huge fan of Sweatpants. Always have been. I don't even think that's my favorite anymore. It's hard. I think there's some good tracks on here. World Star's pretty good. But yeah, for now I'm just going to say Sweatpants and leave it be. Probably remember a better one later. But these are my records. Aside from sampling, as I mentioned, I have two entirely separate like cubbies for records. Sorry, I'm just moving these around just so they don't get damaged. But I think records are really cool. I don't get people who are like, but you could just listen to the music on Spotify. Yeah, but also, do you know how cool the artwork that comes with all these records is? Like the freaking, the Childish Gambino one, the Scholars, of course, comes with a whole, like, 29-page art booklet I haven't even fully, like, looked through in depth. Man, so many, yeah, my mom also has, like, a record player for the family downstairs, and there's one record down there that, like, I feel like is a little bit kind of, it's another really good record, The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. If you haven't listened to that one by this point, like, you obviously should. It's like, it's very good. It's very good. You should listen to it. She's a good singer. Yeah. I'm meaning on getting some more records soon. Might have to pop by a record store, though. I don't like ordering records from places like Amazon. I don't like supporting those companies. If I want to get more records, I would probably get In the Aeroplane Over the Sea, classic, Cried in a Plane, to that record. So many of these are just good because I cried to them. Man, so many phenomenal albums that I'd want on a record player. Teens of Denial, Car Seat Headrest, Twin Fantasy, Car Seat Headrest. I Lay Down My Life for You, JPEG Mafia. Money Store, Death Grips. I don't think you can get Ex-Military on a record, though, so I'm not going to say that one. I already have that one on a CD, though, so, it's good. What else would I want on a record? I have a list. Yes, a list. Inside Bo Burnham, probably get a record of that one. Just having some musical comedy would be good. I have a list of my favorite albums. Any 100 gecs record. The Normal album by Will Wood. In Case I Make It by Will Wood. I want to get some Willie Rodriguez on something at some point. If you don't know who he is, oh my god, one of my favorite like Bandcamp artists. Willie Rodriguez is a product between two people, which I believe has ended, but the first track on their album, Wet Dream, is so... Okay, I'm going to play some because I think this album is really good, but I'm just going to play up until the point that, like, absolutely steals my soul, so... Change overlays, and here we are, back at it again. If you missed, there's a second person watching. Hello! Oh, nope, there's only one person watching. I was too boring, damn it. Oh man, I'm sorry, mysterious second person. You're cool, I promise. Yeah, that's all. I'm going to talk a little bit, that way this can qualify as fair use, but this album's really good, you should listen to it. Also, my favorite one is Spirit Number, that one's a classic. Here it is. Oh, so good. If that isn't an example of, like, literally perfect, just control over your mixing and mastering to use it well. Like, that is the thing. You can use mixing, mastering in such a good way. The issue is just, it doesn't have to be boring. You can use these beautiful soundscapes, and so many artists are so good at that. Man, there's so many cool people. Out there. Yeah, Spirit Number, great record. I would suggest that you buy it on Bandcamp. I will show the Bandcamp page for all of you. Willie Rodriguez. Yeah, Bad Therapist is, Silly Love Songs for Unfortunate Breakup. Okay, here's my favorite record. I can get a cassette, but I don't have a cassette player, so, you know, I'm going to hide. I'll just show you the album. There it is. You should listen to it, it's good. That's it. That's all I have to say. I am going to bring these both back, though, because I'm going to need them later. Oh, dang it. Here I am. So, those are all my records. I think they're all pretty cool. They're all pretty radical. Flower Boy, Tyler the Creator. That's another one I can get on record. Yeah, that's what I wanted to say. Yeah, any Willie Rodriguez record, I would take on a record in a heartbeat. Ben Folds. If you haven't listened to Ben Folds' like classical work, you're missing out, like big time. Ben Folds' classical stuff is so he's such a smart guy. That's the thing. Like his music is just smart. Man, I wish I could compose like he could. He was like the inspiration for Jacob Collier to do that whole thing where he like improvised a song with an orchestra. If you've seen that, super cool. He has a thing at his concerts where if you scream like "Rock the House" or whatever, I forget what the line is. They have to say he will improvise an entire song. He goes on this like paper airplane tour, which is when I got to see him for the first time, and definitely not the last. I want to go see him again. So I'm just looking for his records. But yeah, he's just cool. But like the whole thing is that you'll like throw paper airplanes on stage with songs that you want him to play, and he'll play them. And he played my song, not to brag. Yeah, his album So There in 2015 is super good. Just I'll play a little bit. This is his song Capable of Anything. And I'm going to be talking during this part, that way it's also fair use. Um, um, yeah. And the last 3 songs on this are Concerto for Piano and Orchestra. Like, man, I can't play much of it because, copyright, blah, 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 no one cares. But, man, Ben Folds is an impeccable musician. He's one of my best, recommendations. Because he does classical, but he makes it not boring. He was in the Ben Folds 5. My mom has a record from them, which is, I think, their only record. And it's so good, man. It's so good. Such a good album. Just consistently. They also, one of my favorite albums of Ben Folds' is Rock in the Suburbs. Oh, that song and that album are both so good. He has a Christmas album now, which is cool. I haven't listened to it yet. What Matters Most. That's when I got I got introduced to him knowing he was Ben Folds, because I'd heard his music before. He's very important to both my parents. But What Matters Most is when I actually started listening to him and going, wait, that's insane. Clouds of the Ellipses I can't name a song on here that isn't good. Paddleboat Breakup is good. Christine from the 7th grade is a phenomenal standout track. Exhausting Lover is good. But Wait, There's More is good. Clouds of the Lips, every single track almost on this album is just good. And that's the most valuable thing to me. Is that he's so consistent. It's like Weezer, okay? And I know Weezer gets a little bit clowned on, but also it's one of those artists that's people know they're kind of good, but they also get kind of dunked on because they're a bunch of skinny white dudes just singing about they're kind of nerdy, kind of nerdy and weird. That's a bit of their brand. And I get making fun of them for that. I get it a little bit. But man, Weezer's Blue Album is a no skip album. It is for me, at least. I don't know. You tell me what you think about it. Other no skip albums, and here's a little bit of promotion. Mine. All of mine. Listen to all of my music right now. No, but I am on Bandcamp. Seriously, if you look up Aspen Caldwell, I will be there. I make music. I'm really proud of Magic Tricks. I listened to it the other day, and I was surprised about how well I think my own music is aged. Not really aged, because it's been it's been maybe a month, maybe even less than that. But man, it's the feeling of creating art and then being proud of yourself for it is something that's very hard to explain, but it's so fun. It's I made that, and I'm not angry at myself because I made that. And that's really the most valuable thing. It's the most valuable thing for me about doing art. So, all right, let's get into it. My freaking advice for beginner musicians. If you are a beginner musician, the first thing I don't want you to do is I don't want you to find a bunch of expensive gear. Okay? No. Before you look up Focusrite Scarlett 2i2, and then be surprised when you can't even find it on eBay under $50. Wait a minute. So, what I want you to do is just listen to a few words I say. Because as a starting musician, the most valuable thing is to not get trapped. Because when you're starting, everyone's like, oh, this is really inexpensive. And then you start realizing when a musician says something is inexpensive, they mean relatively. Okay? Nothing is ever going to be within a $20 budget that you're going to need. I'm being for real here. That's one of the big issues. So let me walk you through my beginning journey and what I wish I changed. So when I started making music, I was in 6th grade, and we had to make it for a school assignment. It was a school assignment. And my opinion on that school assignment is that I was rushed quite a bit to make an album. And that's kind of... I'm going to scooch my chair that way. I'm over here. And I will also delete the chat so you can see me. Sorry. I'm also looking at the chat on my screen, so you know. But when I started, I saw so much stuff about like, oh, how to be a musician for cheap, how to be a musician on a budget. And I'd watch it, and the combined price of everything would be like $500. And I'm like, I'm 11, 12, 12 probably. I'm 12. I'm not gonna have 500. And if I asked my parents for $500, they would be pissed. Like, I come from a well-off family. I'm not gonna lie to you. But like, I'm not going to ask, my parents aren't going to give me a bunch of $500 equipment that, let's be for real, I probably wasn't going to know how to use. So, I'm going to be honest, I'm going to run you down what everything, how I got everything in my studio. This is just my bedroom, and what it costs. So, I found out the best things that I think you can avoid, and the most annoying things that people say you need, but you don't, which sounds hyper-specific, but let me finish. So, number one most annoying thing is studio monitors. I think that is a bunch of baloney for people to say that you need studio monitors because they are, at the cheapest I've found them, like $100. New, of course. I'm sure you could find. But even some used ones, you're only going to find for like $100. And that's a problem. Because, hey, again, I'm not going to spend $100 to get 2 fancy speakers. Then I'm not even going to like be able to hear the difference in the quality. So, I actually think I have them. When I started making, okay, let's back up even a little bit further than that. Main thing you're going to need is a computer or device to use it on. I've heard from people that you can make music on your phone. I have not done that to like a bunch of success. I've done it when I'm like bored, but it's never been like something good that I would feel confident about releasing. With practice comes better. I started on a really crappy school Chromebook on bandlab.com. Now, they are now promoting a bunch of crappy AI features. So, of course, it's not as good as what it used to be, in my so humble opinion. Sorry, I am looking at something. So, BandLab, though, is a great place for you to go as a starting musician, just because they have a bunch of free stuff. And yes, they have very annoying ads for their membership. And I've also used Soundtrap before, and that one's been pretty good. But the one that I made my first 2 albums on, and most of my third, it was only my most recent work that I started working on something else, which I'll get to in a minute. I worked on BandLab. Now, you're going to hear, oh, you should get FL Studio. Do not get FL Studio. Because whenever I always look at tutorials for things you're about to see and see if you're going to need to know anything before that. I think BandLab is good because it teaches you the basics. It teaches the very basics of what you are going to need to know to start just to start producing in general. And when you start out, you're not going to be good. So here's my other piece of advice. Right, sorry. I have to go back even more. I am sorry, I'm very ahead of myself. This is how my brain works. I made music on a crappy school laptop on bandlab.com. Then, my uncle, for no reason, decided to give me the computer that I am running this off of currently, which is it's got a significant amount of, like, memory, whatever, but, like, he built it, so I do not really fully know the insides of this. I didn't, look up the specs online. I did not buy it. I do not know what the price of this would be, but I'm assuming it is not in your price range. The hardest thing is finding a device to make music on, in my opinion, because there is going to be no computer that you can get a studio quality DAW or digital audio workstation on for cheap. It's just not going to exist. So my advice for you is to save up your money and focus on getting like a laptop or something. I have a laptop over there, which my parents got me because how much does my not talk about? They were getting divorced and I needed something that I could take between houses. So that is something that is within my budget to pay back and my parents' budget. And it's barely in my budget to pay it back. I have not fully paid it back yet, and I'm working on that. If you could purchase something on my Bandcamp, that'd be awesome. So, that's the main thing you need to focus on your budget going towards the device. Other than that, people are going to tell you that you need studio monitors to listen to your stuff. I think that is idiotic, being frank. I made my first entire album on the crappiest pair of headphones. I upgraded for my second one, but I have the upgrade in the corner actually. And it is not much of an upgrade, but it is still dirt cheap. So I'm going to show you exactly what I had. I'm going to look it up right now because it is not going to be good. I'm not going to be able to find... Yeah, okay. These are not my exact headphones, I will tell you. But it's like, you're going to recognize the type when I show it to you. Sorry. Oh, wait. Oh, you're going to see something. Sorry. My overlays are weird, if you're wondering. So, just remove that. These things. These things. These are the exact... Close to exact. Not the exact. These are $6. And I made an album on them. Do I think this album is good now? No. But plenty of people have talked to me and have said that they got enjoyment out of the album. So that's cool. My point is, you do not have to buy studio monitors or whatever if you want to have a decent album. Okay, so later on, I upgrade. If you want to do the upgrade, now I have these, which are legit, like, studio monitors. These were, again, a gift from a relative. Not my parents, but a grandparent. So, and this was after a while. So, I'm going to show you what I made the majority of my music on before, like, recently. Let me show you this right here. These. You can probably recognize them. They're not... Oh, they're covered in so much dust. I got these at Target for $15. These headphones are $100 if you get them new, sometimes $80. I think they went on sale recently, and you can probably find them for even cheaper because they're like an industry standard if you go on places like eBay. So, the other thing people are going to tell you that you need, that you absolutely do not and should not be spending your money on, is an audio interface. Let me show you something. This is my audio interface. You can probably recognize it from Amazon if you go on there, because that's where it is from. And this goes on sale so often. So often. It's one of those companies that's like kind of sketchy how often it goes on sale. I'll look it up right now on Amazon, and I will find the exact interface. It's made by Fifine, F-I-F-I-N-E. I'm not sponsored, by the way. I don't know if you needed to know that. But if I just look them up, it'll probably come up as one of their most popular products. Yeah, so it's currently $50. Not at all, like, this is going to take up quite a bit of your budget. Let's say you already have a device. This is going to take up quite a bit of that budget. So, but it does go on sale occasionally, and also if you look it up anywhere else. Like, I probably got it, like, 10 or $20 cheaper. So, that's quite important to know. I don't think that it is necessary at all to buy an audio interface when you're starting out. This is very simple. This is designed for, like 9-year-olds who want to become gamers. And it works because it has an XLR input, which I'll get to in a minute, which can connect to my microphone. It has a headphone input and some, like, line outs or whatever if I want to use those. But like a legit mixer or audio interface, you're probably not even going to use all the features that make them what they are. If you have an XLR microphone, like this one, this does not just use USB. This uses a very special type of cord called XLR. Look it up. It looks very similar to a DMX cable for lighting. Some people even use them. Some people even use XLR cables for DMX. That doesn't matter. This is a very special type of microphone. It's XLR is kind of like an industry standard, so it's often with better microphones that you will get something with XLR that will need an interface. Because also, you're going to need to turn it up. That's the issue, is that you're going to need to put a little what's called pre-gain on it to make the signal a little bit louder. That was not really quiet. I'm going to take a drink of water. When you are starting out, as opposed to getting a super expensive audio interface, I think the most common one is the Focusrite Scarlett 2i2 or Solo. And while those are cool, and it's kind of a dream of mine to own one, they're pretty expensive. They can be $100 to $200, and you're probably not really going to need it that badly. So I will show you my personal alternative, the one that I use later on. So when I started out back in my crappy headphones days before those just completely broke, which I'm surprised they lasted as long as they did. Where am I going to find? I forget what it's called. I don't remember the brand name of my original microphone. I will show it on camera. You just have to give me a second to find it. Microphone. It was like a circle shape. It's not USB. Oh, I bet I can find it. I'm getting closer. Getting closer and closer to finding it. I can feel it. It's like a little cheap dinky. It was just a little circle. Like cheap. Like it was dirt cheap. I think it was $10. Sorry, this is kind of boring. I'm just trying to find the exact thing. That way I can show everyone like what gets to the exact quality that I have in my earlier on stuff if you want to use that as a frame of reference. Where is it? Okay. Oh, I found it. Just as I was about to give up. This is the... This thing's similar to what I had. It might not be the exact same thing. This one's like $30. Got mine for like 11. So maybe it's on sale. Maybe this is a different thing. What's all that? Here, this. As you can see, it's $32. I don't know how well you can see from my... Yeah, okay, you can see it. This is roughly what I used early on my thing. The audio quality is dookie. I'll have you know. It's trash. If you listen to any of my older music, if you're wondering how my audio quality is so bad, it's not because of effects. It's because it's bad. It's because this mic does not work, and I would highly advise you do not get this unless you want the audio quality that you can hear in For the Records. So for my second album, I decided to go with something. This is way before I got an interface. I got an interface like a year ago. I've used it for my most recent music, though. Even stuff with vocals like Bilby. Bilby I had this mic for. So that's where you can really hear the most recent evolution of everything I've like kind of learned come together. If you want to listen to that song, also listening to it supports the Bilbies. Fun fact. So the microphone I have, the exact microphone, had. I still own it and I use it occasionally, but not as often as I did. Where is it? Here it freaking is. Yeah. So the annoying thing about this is, it is kind of expensive, which is why I got it as my second, like, sort of evolution, whatever. It's $50. It says it's like $87 or whatever. Most of the time it's just like this is the price. This is it most of the time. You can probably even get it for cheaper. Again, buying used products gonna be your best friend as a beginner musician. So, this is the original microphone that I used, and as you can see, it does come with an XLR cable, but it does not have an audio interface with it. So I'm using the XLR cable that I actually got with this. It's the exact one. It's quite long actually, which is pretty good. But I used it with the USB, which you can see in the back. But it's a really good microphone, I will say. It's got surprisingly good quality. It's not a scam, I can confirm. I use this for running, most of running, but also, if you have a phone, or I can only really speak to iPhones, but I have like an older iPhone. That microphone is really good. Do not look down on using that microphone. It's good, okay? Like, I didn't use it because I was like, oh, the quality's going to be so trash. The best quality, and For the Records, I use my phone for, because that microphone, like, buying a microphone at that price is just not going to be worth it most of the time. If you're going to want something, you're going to have to spend $50 or so before it actually starts being good. I've heard the Yeti mics are good, and I've heard audio tests where those can sound really good. I have not personally owned one, so I cannot vouch for this. But my point is, you do not need an audio interface when you're starting out. I would advise it, especially since the ones that are going to be recommended, like the Focusrite Scarlett 2i2 or Solo, those both have a pretty big price tag on them. They do. if you're a musician like me, as like a child. Next piece of advice. Do not post the first things that you make. There's going to be an inclination to, because when you finish making it, the dopamine of just finishing it when you do is going to make you want to click publish, send it to something. I would advise practicing for a really long time before you release something. And because that thing I released, for the records, is for a school project. And I'm going to be for real, I'm not really proud of most of the songs on it. But there's one song that people like. And so I feel like I can't take it down at this point, just because. I would advise taking some time to just get to like your music yourself before trying to put it in front of an audience, because that gives you a lot more room for experimentation and finding your own style before you put something out into the world. So there's my little humble advice for you. More advice. So, the other thing people are going to tell you need, for some reason, I don't know why they all do this, is a MIDI keyboard. Mine's not plugged in, so it's not doing anything right now. But don't buy one of those. Don't. Just program your MIDI. Just do it. You don't have to play it. Some people do, but like, you can just program MIDI and it will be better. Just generally. I don't know. Yeah, what other advice do I have? Speakers overall are just gonna be more expensive than headphones. Try not to get any Bluetooth devices. Even if your device can connect to Bluetooth, oftentimes there's a pretty big delay in your audio, like engine, whatever you're using. There's a delay, which if you're just listening to music off your phone, then it's usually pretty chill. You don't really care that much. But if you are wanting to listen back to music and find where specific issues are in your audio, it can be nice to have something with less delay. It's also just annoying sometimes. So, audio engines, let's get to that. I have never once paid for my digital audio workstation. Currently, I used to be using Cakewalk, which is made by BandLab, but then due to corporate greed, they got rid of it. Or they're getting rid of it. They're deactivating a bunch of stuff on, I believe, the 1st of August. And that's going to hit me pretty hard because there's a lot of projects on there. The good thing is that you can back them up to Sonar. Also, Sonar is literally just Cakewalk, except for there's a little annoying opening thing when you go on there. So it's just Cakewalk. Don't lie to yourself or others. Most tutorials that work for Cakewalk will work for Sonar. So don't worry about it. I am a big fan of using those, but once you get to a certain point, because as I mentioned before, I think it's smart to start out on platforms like BandLab that are very simplistic. I can show you. I'm going to make something on BandLab right now. If we go... If I go here, I click new project. Don't use that song starter. It's just cheating. Making music. Just don't do it. Say I use just like a piano or something. You can see it's very easy to use. I'm not going to care about that right now. And also, all the effects are already pre-programmed in here. You don't have to download any stuff. It has it all right here. That sounds atrocious, but who cares? This is just for a test. So, when you get to doing things like Sonar, they are a little bit more complicated. They have a few more things. You have to download your own plugins sometimes. But to me now, of course, downloading my own stuff seems like a plus. But early on, you're not going to know what to find, and finding budget plugins is going to be hard. So, yeah. So let's say you have officially you've made some music you're proud of. you love working on stuff, and you kind of are starting to notice the limitations of the platform BandLab. For instance, I think last time I checked, you could only go up to 16 tracks, which when you're working on stuff later on, I know quite a few musicians who like have said that they go beyond 100 tracks for each project. I don't necessarily do that. I always do. I always usually end up with like 20 to 30, unless it's like very simplistic. But you are going to want to move on to Sonar. So let's say you're at that point in your equipment journey. You also want to get a legit like microphone like this one. You want to get an audio interface. So here's my advice. I have not personally used the M Audio interface, but I'm considering buying one soon because I believe that will be more helpful. It has 2 XLR / like guitar 1/4-inch inputs. It's also it just seems better to me. You can get something like this. I can confirm that it works. There are a few annoying things about it. It clearly just has some features that are meant for like if you're making music. This is a gaming audio interface. It's how they that's how they advertise it. That's what it was meant to be. So that's not necessarily their fault, but like it has little sound pads, which if you record into them, and I will do so in a second. So just this is a test. You can see the audio quality is actual dookie. It's so bad. It's not at all good. The soundboard is not at all worth it. There are 3 other sound pads. There are 4 of them. You can use auto-tune for some reason. I don't know why this is a thing. You can also do like a voice changer. I don't value it. I don't use it for that. Maybe it's useful for some like little 9-year-old who wants to play Fortnite and like goof on their friends using a giant voice or whatever. I don't care. I don't really care that much. So, my advice. The cool thing about the Maono $50 microphone I recommended earlier is that it also has XLR. So when you're ready to make that upgrade, you don't have to buy a whole different mic if you want to use something XLR, connect to an interface, anything like that. This is my microphone. It's a very classic microphone. It is you can kind of see on the label. It's a Shure SM58. The SM57 is the classic look for sure. Oh, for sure. Oh man, it's their like classic microphone, which is I think meant to be a drum microphone, but plenty of people use it for vocals. It has pretty good quality. The quality you will get is similar to this though. I decided to get this one because this one is more vocal targeted, so I decided why not. eBay is going to be, I'm going to rephrase this, your best friend as a starting musician. If I go onto eBay right now and try and find one of these microphones, you do have to be careful because there are going to be some people who are going to try and sell you copies, but there are very important things that you need to know about these microphones to make sure you're not buying a copy. So if I look up, I am very glad I did not just have my stream thing on because my email address just flashed against the screen. Okay, I'm not gonna miss that, but I got this microphone for $50. It works perfectly, has everything I need. $50. Not at all bad. Also came with a carrying case. It's just good for the price. It is. No setup required. That's the good thing. It has some really good audio quality for vocals. If you've heard any of my videos, I pretty much unedit. I don't really edit that much for like audio wise for my videos, except when I'm doing like a reverb thing. So there's not really any crazy effects going into this right now. This is pretty much raw. I've just turned it up. It's a good mic, very easy beginner mic. It's not, just works. $50. I have a mic stand. This is just from Amazon Basics. I don't know. Okay. So, my main piece of advice to beginner musicians is to not be scared of being cringe. Especially, so early on, I made music that was very, personal. Very personal music. And I don't as much anymore just because I don't think it fits. I don't want to use music to cope. I want to use music to have fun now. So that's the difference. That's why I made an instrumental album. I was just like, I just want to have the fun parts of this. That's why I'm also writing a comedy album. It's fun. It's a fun thing to do music. But the annoying thing is that emotional sincerity is is often considered like cringy by people online. And my question is why? Why is just being emotionally sincere? I was so scared I was painting a target on my back, and I still kind of am. I talk very transparently about my issues in my music, to the point where I've like wanted to delete it before, just because of how the internet works. So you do have to be cautious of that, cautious of being hated. But you should never give up because of what someone else says, is what I've noticed. Like, I have a lot of experience with hate comments. I'm a queer person on the internet. Like, I'm like a queer fat person on the internet. I think it was pretty obvious I was going to get hate. But if you give up, it's just sad. I know it's kind of basic. It's kind of like, never give up, you know? But I think that that's the hardest part about being a musician, is the part about sharing it with other people, because you don't know if they're going to like it. Even if you love, it's been 2 hours. Okay, we're going to continue though. Even if you go, I love this song, there's still the risk that no one else is going to like it. And that's really the hardest part. Yeah. So, all right. I think I'm probably going to go. I'm going to leave. 2 hour stream. That's insane. I might come back. This might just be a break. Because also, you know, it's like, it's almost noon where I am. I want to say one thing before you go. Thank you if you watched. I know there was that one person who popped in for 1 second and then left, and I got really sad about it. Thank you to Honey Schools, the official moderator and best friend of the Aspen channel, the Squiggles channel. They are why I made it to where I am, and I cannot thank them enough. I know it's just 100 subscribers, but it really, really means a lot to me. It's so insane to think that people out there care. There are 111 people who care about what, and that's just now, you know. I might still experience channel growth. Like, I've gained subscribers since making the 100 subscriber announcement. Like, thank you for caring. I know not many people watch this live stream. That's just because it's hard to pull in an audience for that at the size that my channel is. But if you're even watching back this VOD and you made it all the way through the video, man, impressive. Thank you. Thank you so much for all the support I've been getting. I still can't wrap my head around it, really. And that's just 100 people. Thank you. This is really cool. I'm going to continue making stuff. I will hopefully have a legit video out on next Saturday, not this Saturday. I was planning on doing this live stream on Saturday, and I did not. I'm not done writing a video. So, I think that the video that I said was going to be a lot of work is going to take even more time than I expected. I am probably just going to write a review of the Alex G album. I thought it was really good. I gave my thoughts on here, so you guys are getting a little bit of a teaser. But I still think it's worth it for me to put down my opinions in a more good context. So thank you. Thank you again. We learned about a lot of stuff here. We learned about the flying spaghetti monster, courtesy of Honey Skulls. We learned about how to do stuff. We learned about who the number one artist was. You know, there's a lot of stuff we learned. And I think that's about it. So, I'm going to end this stream. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you continue to support the content I make. I have a lot of good plans. It's just making videos is really hard. Really hard. Oh, I don't care. Thank you. Thank you for watching. Bye. If I could end the stream, please, that'd be nice.